So this mission takes place just before basically about the halfway point in the game. Sean is working with the British SOE. He's being Irish, he's not very excited about working with the Brits, but he'll do it because if he helps them, they'll point it, take it away from the cemetery. So they're going to use Sean to go in and get it. Skylar's going to go pick up a truck and meet us up kind of where it's at, and then we're going to take the artifact out of there. So part of the fantasy of being a saboteur is not running in and shooting everybody like a mercenary. It's about sneaking in and breaking necks and taking uniforms and disguises. That's what you feel like your best option is, or that's just the way you want to play. So we'll play this a little bit sneaky. There's a lot of ways through this cemetery. I'll take you through some of my favorite ways through this area. So there's some little hidden undergrounds. Again, just kind of playing up the fantasy of these areas and the crypts and the catacombs of feeling. Sneak up here. So like I was saying, you can take a disguise. We'll put that on. You still have to play by the rules. You can't just run around shooting everybody or climbing around the world. You still have to play the part of the Nazi. If I was in my civilian uniform inside of this restricted area, I'd be shot on sight. But when I'm in my So there's a lot of different ways to kind of take guys out. There's a whole melee system, definitely some different types of stealth kills. I really like to beat those guys over the head with the gun. So see, if I start sprinting, I'm bringing more attention to myself. So if I start sprinting into this area, somebody sees me, it'll start filling up my meter. I can walk past a little bit slowly, but you still have to be careful to kind of play the part. Those guys are going to get me. So they saw me. So we're going to get out into the cemetery here, and he'll just move around and use the different pieces as cover. Shoot that guy in the back. Flamethrower guys blow up if you shoot him in the back. So we're moving into basically the heart of the area base, and so there's definitely So I've completed the big objective in the mission. Sometimes it's at the end of the mission, sometimes it's in the middle of the mission. And so the will to fight comes back out in the world. It's nighttime in this area right now. So it's a little bit, it's not as like, sometimes it's when it's colorful and it's daytime, it's real easy to see. By this point in the game, the player's seen it probably at the daytime. We've got the trunk, or we've gotten to the trunk, and then we're gonna basically, they're gonna load the trunk up into a truck, and then we're gonna escape out of the area. So it's kind of that quiet, I'm going to get it blown up. So we have this idea in our game that we call fight back zones. And this is where we actually teach the player how to use them in the game. And so the idea is when you inspire an area, you bring it to color. You're not liberating areas, you're inspiring areas. You inspire the people and the resistance will fight back alongside of you. So if you're having a shootout in the street in the color area, the resistance will actually show up and actually start fighting back against the Nazis. And then there's this idea that we call the fight back zones. And they're kind of like so you see all the resistance are fighting. There's a lot of tools for the player. I can jump in this AA gun and use that to shoot. Oh, that thing's gonna blow up in my face. The slaughterhouse. We have one in the catacombs, one hidden under a park. There's an abandoned church up in Le Havre, and then there's this what we call the Belle de Nuit, which is a cabaret brothel that's hidden in it's in the red light district in Paris. So we'll pull in here and park the car. Oops. So that's where the mission complete is moment, but so it's all like it's a sandbox game, but we do a lot of level-based kind of design and philosophies for the missions. And so you can see though, it's a big giant map of Paris. And it's not just Paris, it goes from Paris all the way up that way to the coast of Le Havre, and then all the way across into Germany, and there's all this countryside in between with all these big giant chateaus as well. So it's a big game. There's a lot of area to cover in the game. It's not like a one-to-one scale map of Paris. We actually condensed the map of Paris down, put all the monuments where they belong to their real-world scale, and filled in the world in between. And literally every block in the game has things like towers and generals and tanks that are all part of that occupation layer to fight in the game. So there's really a lot to do inside of the game. So there you go.
Das Pultergut ist gesichert, Herr Oberst.
Gut, warte, aber...
Herr Leutnant, wenn ich fragen dürfte, ist das, was ich denke, das ist?
Ich würde Sie ungern erschießen, Soldat.
Find something better than this fat-arsed lorry.
What? You don't like the colour?
We'll never outrun those patrol cars in this piece of shite.
We won't have to. I've arranged to meet up with a few of your mates from the local pub.
Hello there.
mandatory at all checkpoints.